But guess what, y'all? We got somebody special in the building. I always try to get a mixture of the cast and the crew.
Yeah,
instead
absolutely.
of just getting like everybody that's actors and actresses here. I try to get everybody. Ain't no big eyes and little U's. Everybody, like the wardrobe, the makeup, the actresses, the PAs, you know what I mean? The directors. Everybody's gonna be right here. Like I ain't finished.
I ain't finished.
Man, I'm not finished. I'm telling you,
I ain't finished.
But what's up, man? I got somebody in the building. Introduce yourself.
How y'all doing? My name is Tro'Sha Pickrom. I played Honey in Gigalow.
H-Town is in the building.
In the building.
I tell you, let your hand. H-Town's in the building. And I got a lot of love for Houston. I should live there. And I look you, and when I check you out, like you're a graduate from the University of Houston. Cougars.
Yes, sir. Go Cougs. Yeah.
How long you been in the DFW area?
About a year. I got here last summer.
Man, look here. I got some questions for you.
Okay.
Before we get,
I might have some
Before
answers.
we get to Gigalow, you got your start in theater.
I did.
Now, I want to ask you about this character, Sweet Bella.
Oh.
And where they come
my
from,
baby.
and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was the theater play with Steve Carter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, so Sweet Bella is from a play called Pekong. And Pekong is a rewrite of the play Medea, which is a classic Greek play, right? And it's a rewrite that's set in like the Caribbean, like the mythical Caribbean, like it's supposed to be Jamaican, right? So, but back in the day, like 1800s type of thing, but it's mystical. So there's like magic and all the things included. So Sweet Bella is the daughter of a businessman who has, do you know the story in Medea?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the guy who like hurt Medea that she wanted to get revenge on or whatever, my dad, it's him. Right. So I've been cursed in this play and I cannot talk. I didn't talk for half the play. I acted silently for the first half of the play. And then at the end of the play, you know, like magic stuff happens. But yeah, that was my entrance back into theater because I've been doing theater since I was in 7th grade. But I stopped doing it. You know, life gets in the way. Went to college, started working for Shell Oil Company, started doing, you know, big girl stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I'd rather do what I love to do than sit in this cubicle. So I went back to acting or whatever. And it was crazy because I saw that audition at the last minute. They was auditioning the same day that I saw it. And they were cutting off at 4:00 and I saw it at 2:00. And I told my sister, I said, I'm going to go audition for this. And she said, you are? I said, yeah. I took an hour to get dressed. And so I was like, oh, I'm already running late. I'm going to miss it. She was like, just go. And I was the last person they saw and I ended up getting the role.
Wow.
See what I'm saying? God is good.
Yeah,
God is good all the time. Like I say, you started in theater. So that means you've been around for a long time. You know what I mean? You went to school for it? It was something you went to school for?
I did some of it in college, but it wasn't my major. I just did it like when we had different productions, I would audition for them or work on the sets or whatever, but I didn't focus on it. You know, when you coming up, they're like, go make money. So I'm in school and I'm like, I want to do this. So I dabbled in it, but I didn't go to school for it. No, but I did do it in school.
And by you working in theater, you didn't work with a couple big names too. We got to talk about that.
I've had some cool directors. Like one of the plays that I did at the Ensemble Theater in Houston was directed by Tony Award winning director. Oh my God, my brain. I'm just talking away.
Rashonda Jones
Kumba. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's always at the time when you need to remember it that it doesn't come.
I do my homework.
She got such a long name. I'll try to make sure I say people's whole name, but Rashonda James Kumba, oh my gosh, she was so fun to work with. And she's so like meticulous about the process. It was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
And what about Courtney? I don't want to say her name wrong.
Courtney Glade. Yeah, I did
it like some French.
He directs film. You know that movie that came out was it last year or the year before? The one with Monique called
Did she play a crazy role?
She did play the one that
mama?
everybody was like, them kids and you too.
She was crazy.
Courtney directed that one, and I worked with him on like some of his series that he was doing this series called my Lord. My brain I just drove for an hour and a half now. Ooh. Yeah. It was a series called Amygdala that he was filming, and I worked with him on that one. And now Courtney's doing great things. He's working with Tyler Perry and on Sisters. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like you've been doing your thing though.
I've been trying.
I'm telling you, representing the Astros up in here
every time.
You know what I mean? Like you got you on set. Before we got into the set, right? A Gigalow. You know, I had to go into a little depth about your background, but the lady right here that's been keeping it all together and keeping you looking right. You know what I mean? Right here beside you.
Listen, that's why when you was like, ain't no small parts when it comes to cast and crew. Not at all. Because when I tell you, they kept me right. Kept me right. Like, I was so thankful. Because I'm used to doing indie projects. But on most of the indie projects, you doing your own hair, your own makeup, and I got here and I was like, oh, well, hallelujah. I sat down in Miss Lynn's chair and I was like,
felt like a celebrity for real. Feel like one, look like one. I'm telling you, I watch your work magic. I'm telling you, man, like that makeup stuff, it get overlooked because
it's
like
y'all
be knowing certain ways that y'all want to see yourself on camera. You know what I mean? And that makeup is important because sometimes the camera might have a glare. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean?
Yeah.
All that little stuff count. And we to make a film, sometimes people only pay attention to the actors and actresses. You know what I mean? But get what?
When I watch a film, I judge the makeup.
Yes, you do.
I do.
I do too.
If they're in a scene where they're supposed to just wake up and they got a face full of makeup on, I'm like, who did this? Who did this? Why does she have blush on her face?
Exactly.
Like, who did this?
Point it out.
Or lipstick that's flawless.
Yeah.
I remember telling one of the actors on set that, like, I can't wait to get my hair braided. But I started filming with this hat on, and I had to remind him I can't have a different style of hair on one scene and be looking this way. You know what I mean? People pay attention to that. Yeah. If you got a stain on your T-shirt or Kool-Aid,
they gonna see everything. I have a friend, when he watches movies, he goes, they could have wiped that glass off. He's like, that window is dirty. Like people look at everything. Man, it's crazy.
Man, I got the leading lady in the building, y'all. I got the leading lady. Like, what has your life been like since the filming? You know, even though we wrapped up, has anything changed?
I won't say anything has changed per se, just because like we just wrapped it a couple weeks ago. It hasn't dropped yet, you know. And I haven't really. That was the first thing I've done since I've been out here. So when I got to DFW, you know, you move. I moved from California, so like I left Houston and I went to LA. And then I left LA and I came up here. And so I've been getting settled, right? So I've just been working and like just trying to figure everything out. So when I saw the audition, that was my first film here. So I've met more people. I've gotten to like be around more people and like make more connections since filming that, and just like the network that Kendra has around her in Montreal and stuff. I have had introductions, but
in a minute. The reason I asked that in a minute, they been walking up on you. I seen
Lord say the same.
You were getting some plums and apples and bananas. You know what I mean? But people have a tendency to forget that even though they see you on movies, you still need your necessities.
Yeah, especially when you live local. Like,
you're still human. You know what I mean? And that's why
you still need to buy some lotion.
What has your life been like? Because not only you are an actress, but you the leading lady. Man, Honey is in the building, y'all.
I was
in
so
the building.
Excited.
Like, what was that like working with Montreal, my boy?
He's so good. I was so grateful. You know, what's funny? I met him. So I came here before I went to LA. My dad lives here. So I came out here for a couple of months just to hang out with him before I moved to LA. And while I was here, I went to an acting class. And he was in that acting class when we ended up being scene partners in this acting class 3 years ago. And that was my first time meeting him. And I was like, oh, he's really nice. Da-da-da. We connected on Instagram. Then I went off to LA. And I came back, and when I got to the audition and started reading, I'm reading with Montreal, and I was like, I'll be doggone. So he said, look at that, full circle. I said, full circle. He's so cool, and he's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Shout out to my boy Montreal Diggs, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You let your hair down, you was comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then I got to say this here. Thank you, Kendra, because in both films I got a chance to have scenes with the leading actress. Nah, for real, that's a good look, man. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? Even though I can't talk too much, but she handled me. They handled me in the movie. It's all good. Part of the script. But I got to ask you this, and I'm going to pick your mind a little bit for the people that's getting a chance to know you and they want to know you up close because they see you on TV. But who is somebody that you would love to work with in this film industry?
Oh, that's such a good question. I think first I'd want to work with Viola because I like dramas.
You talking about the lady who stirred she put the feces in the
No, Viola Davis. That was
what was that lady name?
You mean
the one that played Minnie? What's her name? In the Help.
Yeah, Viola Davis.
Viola Davis was in there
my
too.
goodness.
She was in there too, but she was one of the main writers.
Because I know that name. That name is
Viola Davis. She's the one that's in Fences with Denzel.
Fences was amazing.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was.
That one came from a play too.
Oh yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I love to have people like you in here because I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn as well. Like, and when it comes to film, which one you prefer most?
Oh,
Dramas,
that's such a hard question.
Comedy?
When just
Dramas, comedy,
dramas.
You know,
every day, all day.
You love that drama.
Yeah. I'm not a funny person.
Okay,
I'm not a funny person.
If you had a chance to pick out your own script, it's gonna be a drama movie,
It's
right?
gonna be a drama. Yeah.
Well, who was somebody?
Probably a romantic drama.
And who would you choose to be your co-star?
Ooh.
The lead
that's
man.
a good question. We talking about like industry men, like
exactly.
Yeah.
An actor. You know, a lot of in a certain age bracket, women say, "I love to work with Denzel."
Nah.
I remember when I was young, they say Shamar Moore.
Oh yeah,
certain names that come up.
He was that guy.
And I got to pick your mind and ask you this here.
Oh, that's hard. So
okay.
So I have top two choices. Top three. I got to do three because I can't narrow it down. So it's either gonna be Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Oh
my God.
Yeah.
See?
Damson Idris or Rome Flynn. Those are my top three.
See, that's different.
Put that out there.
I get the first one,
Yeah.
but those other names, some people they ignorant come to films.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I gotta ask.
Damson Idris is the guy from Snowfall, the main character from Snowfall, and that man is so talented. And I'm not even just going off looks. I'm just going like he's just ridiculously talented. I mean, Michael B. Jordan is Michael B. Jordan. He's talented too, but he's also Michael B. Jordan. You know what I mean? It's different. But Damson, just watching Snowfall, like he'd probably be my top choice just because of the range that he has. Michael B. is also super. We know how he has ridiculous range.
Oh yeah.
But Rome Flynn, he played in How to Get Away with Murder, and he played Frank Lucas in American Gangster recently. He was the new Frank Lucas in American Gangster.
I know Denzel was in them, you know.
Oh yeah, the movie, but in the series, this series that they just dropped, Rome Flynn plays in that one, and he usually plays like romantic comedies and stuff. But like I said, he was in How to Get Away with Murder too, and he has a really nice range, and he has sultry eyes. He has just like a sultry face, you know? So he just has like a romantic face, and he fits in romantic dramas and comedies. He used to be in I can't remember which stories, but he used to be on one of the stories. You know.
One of the soap operas?
Yeah, the soap operas. He used to be on soap operas. So he is, romantic drama. That's I would love to work across from him.
Do you have any like restrictions far as things that you won't do in a film?
Just because I just recently switched to film like a few years ago, and I haven't done a whole lot of extraness. I don't think I've encountered anything yet that I wouldn't do. But I think I don't think I could go as far as like Monster Ball. You know how I can Monster Ball it, but
Right. That's right.
Our money ain't good money.
They came through with an offer, you wouldn't do it? $20 million. Ooh, that.
Who on the other side though? Because Billy Bob,
what
ain't happening?
But it's just acting,
right? 20 million.
Because I heard
all money
say all
ain't
the
good
time,
money. You gotta hold your morals, man.
I heard actors all the time say that there's certain things that they won't do in the film.
Yeah,
especially when they have sex scenes and stuff like that. Yeah, and they have kids and family. They be trying to be
like even this one. I'm like, man, Daddy, you can't watch it at the premiere because I can't fast forward it. You know what I mean? So when he watch it, I need to be able to
Pops.
Yeah.
All I can say is, well, yeah, I think you need to pray on this one, him. The name alone speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Right.
When I said, yeah, we're about to start filming. He said, what's the name of it? I said, Gigalow. He said, is it a porno?
Oh no.
Just the name of
now,
it.
why did Pop's name? Why did that go right there like that?
He's ridiculous. Like when you say something, he gonna take it there every time. But yeah, I was like, Dad, you can't watch this until I can fast forward. We can't sit through these scenes. No. Now, you know your mama is different. My mama, you can watch whatever. But so it is some things. I feel like if I was presented with like off the top of my head, I know like I don't know. Like I said, I have to stand up like. Morally, I have to stay on my side of the line. So Monster Ball really wouldn't work for me because they really, that's why it was so big because it was like a big, But as far as anything else, you know what I don't like to do? I don't like to play homosexual because not from a moral standpoint, but what it is a moral standpoint. Just because I feel like there are homosexual actresses that could play the role. So ain't no point in me doing it when somebody who actually lives that lifestyle could do it and get that representation. So I do I have done it. And and that's what brought me to the stance of like, I don't like this. I'd rather somebody in this lifestyle do it and have the representation.
Yeah, we talking about Gigalow the Movie, y'all. You know what I mean? And I got to try to pick your mind. Like, what is a memorable moment for you in that movie?
Ooh.
Anything that you can talk about. You know what I mean? And then I want to hear more about, Honey, the character.
Oh, I love Honey. I think the most memorable, it's not the most memorable, but overall the most memorable is the experience for me. Just because Kendra and Damien make such a inviting and comfortable set, right? Everything it's like warm, everybody's friendly, and like nobody feels left out, and it's just a really nice environment. Right. I think that's the most memorable part for me. But as far as like with the scenes, my scene with my sister is probably, I can't even talk about it for real. But the main scene with my man, listen, I love her. I love her.
Shout out to Celeste.
Shout out to Celeste.
Cynthia Coleman.
Man, my scene with Cynthia was probably my favorite scene of the movie, probably. But also, this was the first film where I did have like intimate scenes outside of like more than kissing scenes. So I'm like, okay, that's memorable too. It's a big thing to take on. So like, but again, Kendra and Damien made it so comfortable and so easy. So like, yeah.
Because I can't talk too much, but Honey is like reserved.
Super.
She's like a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like when you think about film and stuff like that, like voila, you just popped out. You know what I mean? Like you popped out of nowhere. And this movie gonna be big. It's gonna be big, and people gonna see you. I'm telling you, you're gonna be walking in Walmart talking to something, and they ain't gonna say Tro'Sha. They gonna say, I see Honey.
No, well, she was in the film actually. Sharon. Sharon was she played Shelly in the film. Yeah. I was doing some work on a set last night for a TV show, and I was walking through the Holden area, and Shelly goes, "Honey!" And I was like,
that's how people are gonna recognize you. I'm telling you.
So I get like a little taste of it, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it. But the best part is I kind of live in the boonies, don't really just be out in the city like that. Yeah. So if it do happen, it'll
people
be...
get caught up in them characters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, they're gonna say, honey. Because, you know, shout out to Cynthia, you know, she plays Celeste. I'm set. She'll be like, hey, money. And I'm like, you know, like that's my character name.
Yeah.
But, you know, I got a lot of memorable moments. Like Jason Petty was one of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Amateur Night. Man, I'm not... Honey Banks. Shout out to Honey Banks, man. Like, she kept me rolling.
Yeah.
Man, with that microphone, that DJ, she kept me rolling.
I felt so left out because I had to miss a lot of those scenes because Honey's not in any of them. Mm. Yeah. And I was like, y'all having all the fun before I even get to set. And I get back and it's like jokes from what happened earlier in the day. And I'm like, I didn't get to see it.
Since you live in the boonies.
I do. Yeah. But like all of my scenes was really with Montreal.
Yeah.
So I didn't get like the club fun part. I was like, y'all having all the fun. Yeah.
Because you really, you know, I can't share too much, but your character really don't do the club scene.
She don't know about it.
See what I'm saying? She don't know. And you know, I can't stress too much. Like I say,
yeah.
You know, when I read the script, I was like, okay, you know, she's like a good girl.
Yeah, she real reserved.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But like I say, you know, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so
premiere,
good.
You know, that premiere is gonna be something else. Yeah. But as an actress, you know, what do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Ooh, hopefully on a TV series. Because I love movies, I do, but I would rather do TV, like episodic work. Yeah. Just because you get to, those characters get a longer time to grow and develop, and like you get more chances for like twists and turns and characteristics, and like you can go from a good girl to a villain, or you know, or vice versa, that kind of thing. Especially if it runs for like as long as Grey's Anatomy or How to Get Away with Murder. You have so much time and so much space to play with those characters and like really get into them.
Yeah, and people grow with those characters as well, because it happened to me. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When we was little and we was cut on different strokes, man, I didn't say they go Gary Coleman. I said they go Arnold. Arnold, man, I'm telling you, when you see Jaleel White.
That's
Jaleel White.
That's Urkel. Yeah. That's Urkel. Forever and ever.
So you're right about that. And you know, shout out to Kendra and Knee Deep series. You know what I mean? Maybe I get a chance to grow. Never know. You know, Kendra worked that pen. Ain't no telling what it, you know.
She don't get that pen a break.
You know what I mean? Ain't no telling. And that's the thing about a TV series, because it's gonna come on a regular compared to a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about those hours having a film like that, and the people that think it's easy coming in, because you get famous, but they don't know about the work ethic that it takes.
Oh my God, I love being on set. Man, I could be on set for 17 hours. I love being on set.
Ooh, careful what you wish for.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite part about it?
It's just I love the medium. I love seeing the work. So even if I'm not in a scene, I love seeing the work. I love seeing the work that goes behind it. I love seeing people's like brainchild come alive. You know what I mean? I like seeing all of the parts work together, like Miss Lynn's department and Rose's department, making stuff go. You know what I mean? I just love I just love it. And being in the midst of it, I could do it all day.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot of celebrities in this movie.
It was. Yeah.
Everywhere I go, everywhere I walk, it was somebody. You know what I mean? There was somebody, and I had the tendency to forget, because they became more like co-workers. Because even though they be on TV, they fall asleep, get tired too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because a lot of people overlook that. They look at the end result of the film. And like I tell people, a scene that you might see the scene maybe 15 minutes on TV.
But
it took hours just to film it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people had a tendency to forget that. It's a real job.
I was on set last night, and the people behind me, we were sitting on like these bleachers, and we had been there for hours. And the people behind me was like, "Oh my God, is it always like this?" I was like, "Film is a lot of hurry up and wait. You just got to make sure you're there, and then you sit there until you need to do whatever you need to do. And if you don't love it, then it's a wrap. You might
It's
do
true.
it once or twice and then
Yeah.
you out of there. Like,
It's true.
Because it literally takes a love to want to do that over and over. Yeah.
For that little girl that's at home, interview, what would be some advice that you'll give her before she makes a decision into coming in the film?
First of all, well, I mean, if she's little, how little we talking?
You know how, like, maybe the age 5, 8, adolescent ages, because little girls, they love to doll up and look at TV and stuff like that, and they have dreams of one day growing up and being an actress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What would be some advice for that little girl that's listening right now?
Go for what you love. Like, avoid all of the extra like twists and turns and then having to come back to what you love. Because that's basically what I did. I went corporate and all of that just to end up back acting. So go for what you love first. Also, like, but still get your education. Still, like, because it's still necessary. And find your tribe of people that you trust.
That's a good one.
Before jumping into things like head first, because in this kind of industry can go left real quick if you don't have people with a good head. If you don't have a good head on your shoulders, and people around you don't have a head on your shoulders, because like the question you asked me, is there anything that you won't do?
Right.
There's a lot of people that don't have an answer to that question because they're like, I'm gonna make money. That can't be them. That cannot be the only thing driving you, because money will drive you to do ridiculous things. So surround yourself with level-minded people and also have a good head on your own shoulders.
Right.
Yep.
Do you see yourself anytime soon or in the near future, like being somebody that's behind the scenes, like a writer, a producer, director?
I have written 2 shorts and a feature. So eventually I will produce them. I don't know if I really want to direct them, just because I respect directors and I respect what directors do. And I really love that you have these people who have these visual minds to make things come to life. I have the thing, I've been writing my whole life, so I can build something on a page, but I'm not completely confident that my gift is bringing it to life. So I wouldn't mind producing these scripts, but I don't know if I would want to direct them. But yeah, eventually I'd be on the back end.
For the fellas that's tuning in and listening to you, right?
Yeah.
I gotta ask this. Is it hard for y'all? Like, I'm asking this because when you on TV and you in theater, sometimes people get caught up into what you look like and stuff like that and what you got going on. Like, is it hard for you when it, do you get a lot of attention from the fellas?
I think just in general, yes. But then when you're new to an industry, like I'm new out here, and they see a new face and they're like, ooh, everybody want to try. Everybody like, hey, what you got going on, girl? Like, everybody, you get a couple DMs, hey, let me take you out. Or, hey, what you want? We should hang out type of stuff. But nobody's ever serious because it's just novelty. You're new. You're a new face. And they're like, oh, she ain't bad looking. Let me go see what she talking about. But I mean, so attention is attention.
Man, it's coming. It's coming. Because look, these questions that people want to know.